would have thought that was my very first word ever. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to day 9. And if you're brand new here, you are on day 9 of 14. So I would recommend going back and watching day 1 or going to my Instagram and watching the original videos and my highlights and then coming back here to watch all of the commentary. But if you're not new, you know the drill. You know why we're here. Let's jump right into day 9.
Morning, Instagram. It's day 8. We made it to day 8. So this morning I had...
Alright, the reason these days are a little off is because at the time I was a day ahead and I didn't know if my first day there was like counted as my first official day 1. Like I thought it was like that was just the night I got there and the next day was like full day 1. So after going through all of this to organize it to do this, I realized that this was truly my day 9. So I said day 8, but it really wasn't. So that's why it's a little confusing. But you're in the right place for day 9. Also, fun fact, that cute little mangy thing wrapped around my shoulders is my most favorite prized possession in the whole wide world. This is my Peach blankie, and I guess I can be adult enough to admit that I still have my childhood blankie, and yes, I still sleep with it, and it has a name, and it's Peach blankie, and it's my most prized possession in the whole wide world. So, take that for what you will, but that's my Peach blankie. So anyways, day 9!
Every intention of doing a Breakfast Bandit stakeout, but stayed up way too late working on that puzzle and just missed the window completely. So tomorrow at 6:50 Shanghai time, we're doing a Breakfast Bandit stakeout. Join me. Grab your coffee, grab your donuts, let's do it. Catch this burglar red-handed. So I woke up this morning and it's been raining all night and it's so gloomy and moody and rainy outside, and I love the rainy weather. I love a rainy day, and I so badly just want to snuggle with someone and watch Captain America and enjoy the rainy day, but alas, isolated rainy day.
So my favorite Avenger is Captain America, and I can always watch Captain America movies, and that was just the first one that popped into my head, but really I'm a rain and rom-com type of person, so I'm surprised it's in a Marvel film, but either one would suffice for rainy day weather and snuggles. I'm such a moody, rainy day type of person that it's just the best kind of weather, especially for movies and snuggles. And apparently Captain America.
It didn't even occur to me to check to see if I got my breakfast this morning. The Breakfast Bandit is winning. He wants me to forget. He wants me to give up. He wants me to make it easier for him, but I'm not gonna. I'm not a quitter. Not this day. I see you, 1110. I'm watching you, 1110. Always watching.
Confirm or deny, was that a good Roz or not? Was that a good impression or not? I think I was somewhere in the middle there. That's funny.
Stand tall, it gets a little better. I see the wall that we can break down together. Stand strong.
This is more of my very ritualistic yoga quarantine. I loved this. Although, super fun behind the scenes fact here. The bassist, I think it was the bassist of this band, of the Dirty Heads, messaged me on Instagram. He had seen this and he messaged me and was like, and he said something like, hey, it's super cool of you that you're, you know, working out to our music or you listen to our music, like, thanks. And I was like, just casual message from like, I was so fangirly and starstruck. I was like, do you know you just messaged me to tell me you liked what I was doing. Like, I was like, oh, I'm such a big fan of yours. Oh my god, thank you so much. I love your music. And he was like, thank you, that's super cool. And I was like, I'm having a full-on conversation with, like, low-key, a really big deal right now. So that was a really fun moment for me. This is like, that was one of those times where I really kind of saw or understood how far spread my story was being sprinkled around out there on the internet, because I was like, it reached a person who was like involved, you know what I mean, music wise. So that was a super cool like celebrity fangirl moment for me. And he fucking able to message me about it. Like, he could have just been like, cool, he messaged, like, I want celebrities to message me now. I still use your music.
It gets a little better now. We can break it down. We can make it stand tall. It gets a little better. I see the wall that we can break down together. Stand strong. It gets a little better now. We can break it down. Yes, we can break
Some fancy moves here today.
it. Yes, we can break it down. We can break it like an old it takes.
Oh, who do we got? Oh, suggestions for the dance party. Bibbidi Bobbidi Blue wanted We the Kings. I am such a pop punk. The 2000s will never die. And the fact that someone else was like, We the Kings, check Yes Juliet. I was like, first of all, we're best friends and I love you. And hell yeah.
So I just finished working out, and naturally I've burned a little bit of energy and some calories. Consequently,
My nose looks so red. Am I the only one seeing that? I feel like I'm the only one seeing this because I'm super close. Like, I'm very close and it's very large on my screen. My nose looks really red.
that makes me hungry. Now, it didn't occur to me until just now that my food delivery from last night for today's food didn't come, because I was nibbling on other foods I had from yesterday, so I just didn't think about it. This means one of two things. Either the quarantine people downstairs just didn't bring it up here, or the breakfast bandit has struck again, now swiping all of my food.
I didn't actually think that was the case. I was absolutely just playing into this joke. I guess I assumed the most logical option, which was it hadn't arrived yet from its main source, or it was like sitting at the bottom. I don't sitting in their break room or wherever, just being like, oh yeah, at some point this has to go up to that room today. So
Dora says 100 times, swiper, no swiping. No swiping. It's so clear. There's no room for interpretation there. No swiping. I see you, 1110. Don't think I don't see you.
well, I mean, it's good advice. Don't swipe or don't swipe. It's good advice.
You.
I feel like
I don't want to watch me cry. I don't want to watch this.
I'm losing it, guys. A lot of you think that I'm really strong, but I still am just a human, and I'm having a tough moment.
Was it this uncomfortable for you to watch this? Like, is this uncomfortable for you? Like, this is uncomfortable for me to watch this. I mean, I'm really crying here. I'm in a lot of pain.
I was doing okay, but then I was going through my TikTok because it's new and I don't know anything about it. And just a lot of people were saying really hurtful comments like how I'm
Join TikTok, they said. It would be fun, they said. I got a lot of attention on TikTok with this, and I swear TikTok is like the deep, dark hole for like moles and trolls and haters to live in, because I had so many people saying such rude shit. Like, I think mostly it was like, I've never seen someone complain so much. It's like, first of all, most of these are jokes to like poke fun at myself to avoid the kind of weird, scary discomfort. Second of all, I would love to see anyone else be thrown into a foreign country situation where you can't communicate with anybody, you're being food you really can't eat, and you don't quite know what's going on. And then you tell me how you handle that for your own self, whether that's humor, or whether that's just crying, or shutting down, or just being quiet, however you choose to deal with that. But you tell me that you're just not like, all right, I'm good with this. I'm good, all right, no worries. And then like, it doesn't faze you at all. I'd like to see it.
Such a complainer and how I'm ungrateful for the food that I've been given about my earlier videos, and it must be really easy to judge other people when you're sitting in the comfort of your home with your friends and family with the freedom to go outside and you eat the food that you want and that you like. But I was just trying to make light of a situation that's just so ridiculous, it's comical. And I know I shouldn't let it bother me because it's just people, just with nothing better to do than just be mean. But I wasn't prepared for this, and a lot of people are saying, well, it's my fault I'm in this situation because I chose to fly back to China.
Ooh, that one got me, where a lot of people were like, well, this is on you. Why are you so upset? Why are you surprised you chose? And it's like, no, I didn't. I mean, sure, yes, I chose to fly, but what was the option? I didn't fly back and I didn't work there anymore? Like, I got fired? Because when you don't show up for work, you get fired. And I wasn't trying to lose my job, so I kind of didn't have a choice in the matter. So no, this was not my fault. I wasn't like, vacation, China! Like, really? You gotta think it through. You gotta think through your rude, mean comments, because maybe she didn't just leisurely fly to China during a pandemic, during the beginning of a pandemic for shits and giggles. Come on, people!
Back to China. I didn't know this would happen.
It's true, I
I
didn't.
didn't know this would.
See, and if I did know this was gonna happen, I wouldn't have made such a big deal out of it from like a joke standpoint, or like a sarcastic, sassy standpoint, or like, well, I don't know what the F's going on, so this is great. Like, I would have handled this significantly different if I knew this was going to happen. I would have been prepared. I would have had tampons. I would have had snacks. I would have had warmer clothes. I wouldn't have felt the need to talk about it. Think it through, people.
This isn't my fault. I was trying to be a good employee and come back to work. This isn't my fault.
It's not great.
This was bound to happen at some point, right? Just a quick breakdown.
Just a quick one.
Hi. Well, I just took a shower and my food from yesterday finally showed up, so I got to eat. So I'm clean and I am fed and I meditated, so I'm more mentally calm. And sometimes you just have to have a cry. You know, every so often you just gotta cry and let it out and just move right along.
You know what I mean? Like, you know when you get to that point and you're just like, I haven't had a really good cry in a minute. I'm due up. I knew, like, the first night I was there was like, oh, at some point I'm gonna have a breakdown. Just from like I get really, really bad anxiety. And just from a standpoint of feeling like I was losing my mind, can't leave, you know, you're not really being fed regularly, you don't have a ton of water, like your sleep's inconsistent, you're unsure of what's going on. I could tell at some point I was like, oh, I'm gonna cry. And this was that day, and it's okay. It's alright to cry. You got to at some point. It builds up and then you release and you're like, and let me just keep on moving. That's what happened here.
So thank you for watching my rant, I guess. And I really appreciate everyone who's reached out to me.
It was either my friend Jillian or my friend Natalie, and I hope you guys see this, but it was one of the two of you, like, I can't remember which one of you was first, and like, but it was very right after one, right after the other. You were the first people to call me. I swear I posted that and not, like, I was like, send on my very last phone, and I was like, okay, and my phone rang not about 30 seconds later. And I didn't have the emotional capacity to talk about it in that moment, so I didn't respond to either call. But I was very touched with the both of you, if you are watching this, that you you wanted to call me. Like that's you guys are such great friends. Thank you. Like, thank you. I feel like I never said to either of you how grateful I was that you wanted to call, but it was within a minute of me posting that, and I was just like, that's so kind. I did get a lot of people who were like, F the haters and screw them and TikTok sucks, and I was like, you're right, you're so right. There's something about having, you know, you could have 1,000 people tell you how great you are, and it takes one person to be like, you suck, where you're like, I do suck. Like, I don't know what it is, how it, like, why hate is so much more impactful than positivity, but man, as humans, it really hurts to hear that people don't agree with you, and like to hear that people don't like you, and like that, I mean, for me especially, but I don't want to speak for anybody else, but I had a tough time with people not liking what I was saying or my jokes, whatever, but I have since learned to cope with that a little bit better. But at the time, that was tough because I am not someone in the public eye. I am not someone who anyone talks about or whatever. Like, I've just got my close group of friends, and that's really it. So for people to like, people I didn't know to like have an opinion about something I said, I was like, I don't even know you. What do you mean? Like, that was tough for me.
I still don't have words for the amount of love and support you guys give me. It just blows me away. You guys are unbelievable people. Thank you for being on this journey with me. So I'm all good. I'm okay. I really am. Thank you guys for reaching out. I appreciate it. Sometimes you just gotta cry. And that's okay. We're all human, and it happens, and it's okay. We'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming of quarantine shenanigans because I'm all good. Thank you guys. Can you guys hear that?
Watching this back, you can't hear anything. I'm sure you guys were watching being like, oh, now Lexi's really lost it. She's hearing noises. It was really loud in the room, so there's that.
If you can't hear that, I think there's a concert happening outside.
Oh yeah, I remember this being a thing. This happened a couple of times, that it was just very loud but sounds like stadium music from a distance. You know, that kind of muffled sound you hear with bass, and that's exactly what this sounded like. And I remember looking out the skyline trying to see if I could see those, like, you know, lights that do this, or the colored lights that you would see at a venue. Like, I just remember thinking, like, I don't see anything, but I hear it clear as day. I never found out what it was.
I don't see any sort of lights, but like I can hear like the echoing sounds of like amps and a voice. I mean, unless the people upstairs are like getting lit with whatever Mariah Carey special is on right now, but I mean, are we back to like being able to be at concerts?
I truly didn't know. That was actually a real comment. I actually was like, wait, is this over? No, it's not. A year later.
What's happening outside?
Does anyone else, no matter what is going on, find comfort in Christmas movies? Doesn't matter what time of year it is, but I find a lot of comfort in Christmas movies, and Home Alone is a great go-to. I prefer Home Alone 2 over Home Alone 1. Anyone else can back me up on this argument?
1 o'clock, Wallowing Sun.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's time for the Grinch. Okay, so I think I had mentioned earlier in my Tangled video that I had to set my phone at certain times to be able to record it because I didn't realize that you could change the time on your phone like a big dum-dum. So I was very actively, like, every half hour, I was like, okay, I have 20 minutes to get this shot because then I have to get the half-hour mark on my phone. I think I made this video before I made the Tingle video, so this one was where I was like, I have to get the time right, and yeah, didn't know. I didn't know it. Didn't realize. So 4 o'clock. Alright, here you go.
4:30, stare into the abyss. 5 o'clock, solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, if I bump the loathing to 9, I can still be done in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slip slowly into madness.
What would I wear? I'm actually really proud of that short little clip. That's funny. I don't know if you, I'm sure you caught on to it, but I set Max as the wallpaper of my phone. Like, I just imagine the Grinch having Max the dog as the wallpaper on his phone. Because who else would he have? Martha May, I guess, maybe, but... Oh, that's funny. That's a funny clip. 4 o'clock. What an iconic scene.
My night just completely turned around.
It did.
In addition to all of the wonderful messages you guys have been sending me, the other day my mom told me that the Hallmark Channel decided to do Countdown to Christmas early, and they're doing Christmas movies now. And I just...
Right, okay, I remember at the time my mom telling me that she had been driving, and on the radio she heard that the Hallmark Channel, to kind of help boost morale or just to help make people feel better, whatever, that they were going to do a month of Hallmark movies all month to say, hey, we don't know what's happening either, here's Christmas movies. And I remember finding a streaming service that it was like $5 a month, and I canceled it afterwards. But I actually watched a lot of Hallmark while I was in here because I had found the streaming service and Christmas movies were on, so clutch.
Found a website that will let me stream the Hallmark Channel live. So I get to watch Hallmark Christmas movies. And I'm so happy. I love Hallmark Christmas movies. I think they're so cute. They're so painfully corny and cheesy and just so awful. But man, I love them.
Do you guys like Hallmark movies? Are you with me where it's like, I love it, but I hate it at the same time, but I'm okay that I love it, but it's so bad I should really hate it, but I don't because I love it. That's where I'm at with it.
Do you guys like Hallmark Christmas movies? I think they're so cute. Let me know if you guys like them. Let's talk about it.
What are the chances? Oh, yeah, so... The Shoe Attic Christmas with, gosh, I can't remember her name. The girl from Full House. Your name starts with a C. But that's a cute one. It's kind of sort of a play on the Christmas Carol with like the ghost to show you, the ghost of past, present, future to kind of show you what could have been in your life or what might be in your life. But it's a little, no, it's totally a romantic one. I was like, it's a little less romantic heavy, but like, no, it's not. It's a Hallmark movie. Either way, it's a cute one. Highly recommend checking out if you do like Hallmark movies. A Shoe Attic Christmas is a great one. And apparently that's how I ended my night on A Shoe Addict's Christmas. Well, that was a short, cute little day. Well, I hope you enjoyed day 9. I feel like it wasn't as juicy. I mean, I cried, which is so embarrassing, but whatever. It was like a really real moment that I was experiencing and felt the need to share. So hope I didn't make you too uncomfortable with making you watch me cry. But thank you for joining me for day 9, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 10. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on any of this. And please don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends if you think this is an interesting story that I am telling and revisiting. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.